is important to be here in Barcelona at IBTM?
Well, this is one of the events that is definitely a global meeting marketplace. Because Slovenia, for the time being, is not attending trade shows within the meetings industry outside Europe, it is imperative for us to be present at the two main events that have a global significance but are taking place in Europe, which is IMEX in Frankfurt and the IBTM in Barcelona. Definitely it's the showcase of all the destinations and suppliers that work on the international markets with international clients in the business, travel and in the meetings industry segment specifically. Build relationships with clients that we already know to strengthen them, to get new contacts, to potentially acquire new business, to also market the Convinta trade show to potential interesting clients, which is, I think that many of us automatically also think of that. Definitely our aim is to attract more interest primarily and more business opportunities to Slovenia and Ljubljana, of course, which is an important player in the meetings industry within our country. EIBTM also has a very good educational program, so if you can catch a minute or two to follow some of the trends that are being presented either in the technology area or in the sustainability area or in the general knowledge sessions, it's an added value to exhibiting here.
Where do you see future trends in MICE industry? Is this in specialization?
Well, I'm noticing, 10 years ago or a bit more when internet came out, everybody said meetings are dead. And it's not true. What happened is the opposite. The number of meetings even grew. A few years back, when the modern technology platforms changed again dramatically, everybody said congresses are dead. It will all go hybrid, just video conferences, no human touch. It's wrong again. Meetings are growing, so all the indices, all the surveys that exist nowadays on the global level, they again show that the numbers of meetings is still increasing. The big international associations see the creation of regional meetings within this scientific topic because the development of science and research is so fast that it needs more frequent platform for communication, alias meetings, congresses. So we see an increase. ICA's fantastic document that was published for the 50 years of this association, which is a modern history of international association meetings from 1963 till 2012, gave a very important or interesting aspect that meetings with up to 500 delegates are quite drastically increasing over the last 10 years. So there is a constant trend of growth in these medium-sized meetings with up to 500, while the larger meetings, 500 to 1,000 and over 1,000, they are slowly decreasing. This percentage is not huge, but the trend is going down.
Which were top 3 congress this year in Ljubljana?
This year was actually a very good congress year. We had the 40th World Scout Congress. It doesn't mean that we had many scouts in tents around the city because it was the executives of national scout organizations, so the hotel industry was very happy. By the number of delegates, it was 1,200, but by the number of countries from where they came, the delegates came, it was the most international event we had ever so far in Ljubljana because delegates arrived from 120 countries. So we have the Scouts, we had the European Congress of Agrarian Economists. So the food industry is one of the future topics for sure around the world. So we have new scientific fields that bring congresses and that are important for where the global society will go in the future.
Actually, food and culinary. It's a very important story also for
that's true. It's true. But then the third one was again a bit out of the box. It was the European Congress of Japanese Studies. So it brought not only Japanese, but a lot of European professors, mostly at universities, that deal with Japanese studies. But again, it was an event that brought also some parts of culture, Japanese culture, to the city, from concerts to happenings. So there were quite a few, and then fourth and later on we come to medical congresses, which are normally at the forefront. Next year, for instance, the largest one will be a medical congress for 1,500 delegates.
It's not easy to be good in nice industry. Every program must be tailor-made actually.
We are talking not only of tailor-made, but we are talking of a personal relation with all the clients. We are talking of marketing that has to be adapted to very different segments within the industry. So running after association congresses and doing bids for association congresses is a long-term run. You have bids, you have politics within the associations, you have influences from the main industry sponsors. So there are many criteria to which you have a certain power to influence them. Of course, if you have the basic prerequisites as a destination to put a bid forward, but there are some things where it's, where it's a completely different thing going behind the scenes. For corporate business, of course, we can be you can have a more direct contact or a more direct feeling whether the business is possible. But here also, not only the convention bureau, but it's mainly the DMCs that are more specialized in the corporate and incentive business that have a lot of their own connections, where we try to support maximally the acquisition of new clients, maybe stepping into new markets.
Which congress was for you the most funkiest?
Oh, I think that it's as if you would ask a mother which child you love the most. I think that each congress leaves a mark. Each time you have been successful is special, and each time you have not been successful, it's also good because you learn something to be maybe successful with the same association another time. So that's the thing I've learned from colleagues in the meetings industry that really have international colleagues that I respect a lot. And never say never, never take no, but be smart, learn from your own process, learn from others, teach others not to repeat your mistakes if you've done any, and be positive about swimming in a big aquarium where there's enough fish for every kind of fish.
Thank you.
We would like to cordially invite you to Conventa, the European trade show for meetings, events and incentives, which will be held on the 21st and 22nd of January in Ljubljana. For more information, please click the link below.